Hey, Brian here from quantlabs.net. I just wanted to let you know today is another mile marker day. Being a few things last week, I have figured out all the modeling and embedding algorithms and strategies within Simulink. I still intend to do that. Reason being is just everything's all reusable, but primarily the real reason for it is that I can take a Simulink model, be it whatever type of algorithm it is, as long as it's compliant within the world or environment of Simulink. I can code generate from that into either C or C++ and or HTML, or HDL, which is for obviously FPGA, both in Verilog and HTML, depending upon if I go with Xilinx or the Altera FPGA boards. But I mean that's way down the road. So today I broke down a variety of steps using Matlab to do everything end-to-end, complete end-to-end. Source code is there. It's just a matter of tweaking things. So what I'm looking at doing is I've got about 1,600 page or 1,600 word document I just put up on a section for my members to give them basically a roadmap of how I'm going to be building this. The code's already there in Matlab, and the nice thing with Matlab versus something like R or primitive stuff like Java or C++ is that to do this type of development that I'm wanting to do, it would take eons, the sands of time type of age to get things working, implemented, and running. But with Matlab, it's very fast and very efficient, and as I said, the code's there. Nice thing about this is that it's coming from MathWorks, and I'm not going to be worrying about the quality of it because it's coming from, obviously such a reputable company, and not only that, but the product's used in a lot of the banks and whatnot. I've gone on about that in the past as well. So essentially, what I'm looking at, as I said, when I say end-to-end, I mean end-to-end. So I'm doing everything from market data capture. I'll be using IQFeeds. The new support put into Matlab 2012B is quite good. I'll be using callbacks and event handling to enable, as ticks come in or whatever type of asset I'm watching, that I can generate a callback or an event and then call it, issue a callback method, all within Matlab. And that would be the inflow as well. And from there, I can have a variety of strategies built or models built, as I said, primarily using Simulink. And I'm planning to use that as the meat in the sandwich, let's call it. So the top bread is your inflow, all your market data, that's all there, and being able to capture that, and then as it's in real time, being able to simulate all this, being able to trigger it to do something, and that will be triggered within the world of the Simulink model. Do some searches on YouTube for that on my channel for Simulink to see what I plan to do. I've got some demos of that already, videos already in place. From there, there's a variety of other options that I will be looking at. One of them is using QuickFix. Something I didn't know, but with Matlab you can directly call Java objects, where you can get into the Java jar files and be able to directly call those methods and classes from within Matlab. Something I didn't know, but it can be done. Again, the code's all there, using QuickFix, using an application called Bonsai with the QuickFix, so I'll be able to initiate when I'm testing, being able to test, initiate and test different types of market orders, be it buys or sells, and whatever I want, combination of that. I can also control the fix protocol for each order I put in, so that's a really nice feature within from within Bonsai. And again, I can have Matlab call those components directly from Matlab. Very nice feature. Also, not only with that, I can generate random orders coming in to simulate those orders. And again, I can also either use the IQFeed real-time data. In this case, it's using a playback from another provider. So there's a lot of code there, some other interesting code samples is also using an Excel worksheet, which does live monitoring of your system as the orders are taking place. There's also a real-time visualization plot, which will show the signals and all the orders coming in and out. So that's kind of nice. And also everything's all integrated together using the Microsoft message queuing bus system. So that's how all the different components know about each other, including the Excel. So as I said, all the code's there, and just now it's just a matter of looking at all the different algorithms. Now, if you've been watching me for a while, what I've been doing with the R code walkthroughs during the summer and fall, what I did was I've got about 15 different types of strategies that are provided by Ari Knowledge's book. I've mentioned this before. I'll be using that as a roadmap. I'm going to be using the same logic, building different algorithms that will be implemented in the Matlab and implemented into the Simulinks. That is what I'm going to propose to do. Now the other thing is with this code that I mentioned is that, let's say you have different types of indicators, be it technical, be it news driven, be it statistical. What can happen is, using genetic algorithm, I can use the stream bit stream, I guess, and using a logical between the signals and a logical operator, and then building a stream of logical combinations, and being able to use genetic algorithm programming to be able to come up with the optimal strategy with all these different types of signals generated from all these different types of indicators. So I'm planning to use that as well as part of my rule-based engine, and that's going to be built into this system as well. Because of all of this is already existing, I just got to tailor it to my IQFeed as my provider. So I'll be kickstarting that. The other thing is that obviously I just want to start very simple, but essentially over time I'm going to be wanting to run all this in parallel. So initially I'll have a system come in, and I'll have different market assets or securities being watched. So initially obviously I'll have one, but the system's scalable where I can have the system watch 5, 10, 100 of these assets, and then through all the rules, all done in real time, be able to you set up all these different types of indicators, and then generate a model optimal for that data, and then spit out your trading decisions based on that, and then generate all your buys and sell signals. So it's kind of cool. And then there's also the visualization. It's all included. Also, there, as I said, there's an Excel worksheet that will show all this stuff. Very cool stuff. So this really jumpstarts my ability to get something up and running. Again, a lot of it's done in Matlab, but there's components already out there that are available using Java for the QuickFix, using QuickFix J. So the fix is kind of done pretty well, because that's how I'm going to be most likely connecting into Interactive Brokers, which will be my provider. And then again, I can also, from the IQFeed side, which will be my data provider,